So hey there everyone, as always, welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a few. My name's Rich, I'm the channel host, and normally we're talking about technology for drone flight and for building a small drone business. So normally here you're going to find me talking about construction progression reports and other types of drone work for construction locations normally. That seems to be the big part of our business these days. Right now, I wanted to do a totally different topic today because yesterday I was doing one of my Zoom meetings with the folks on my Patreon channel. We do that every Sunday, and if you scroll down in the show notes, you'll see the link to our Patreon channel. So if you'd like to get some additional information and weekly visits with other members of the Patreon channel, you can join up. So just look down below. What I want to talk about today is the fact that we had a problem on our Zoom meeting yesterday, and it wasn't really a small problem. It became a very big problem. Currently, I am recording this on the Logitech Brio camera, and then we've got my wireless Go for the audio side. But we had a problem that can be traced back to the Brio, so it took me a little while. So while we had our meeting up, let me change the screen here and just minimize me. So while doing the live Zoom meeting, we ran into this problem with audio. So we were chatting away and I was explaining something about MetaReal, or actually it was a little earlier than that in our topics. But one of the topics that we were talking about, suddenly everybody on screen was waving at me and then sending chat messages because apparently there was a big audio problem that they were perceiving. The audio was looping over and over again. So it was me saying, I was, just over and over again. And when they caught my attention, I went ahead and I muted myself on Zoom. And muting myself, it stopped that audio problem. So everyone said, yeah, the audio problem stopped. I turned off the mute. And once again, that audio was just there over and over and over again. I couldn't hear it at all, but all the participants on the Zoom meeting did hear it. So this kind of messed up the meeting. I said to him, okay, give me a minute. I'm going to log out of Zoom. I'm going to relaunch Zoom. I relaunched Zoom. I got back into the meeting with everyone, and that audio was still looping over and over again. It just picked a spot and was looping that audio over and over again. I finally shut Zoom down. I moved to my computer over to my right here, and I logged back into Zoom with that one, and that was okay. Everything was cool. Well, after having an experience like that, you've got to figure out what's going on because you don't want that happening again. So we did a bunch of searching around the web and on the Zoom community. So this was the Zoom community. Believe me, I couldn't find anything on Brio. And honestly, the website is not super intuitive, I'm sorry to say, because I was looking for firmware updates, other software, and they really don't lead you to your support easily. They lead you to their sales pages. Thanks, Logitech. We need to get this one fixed. So we did find, searching yesterday after we finished up the Zoom call, that someone is getting like half-second audio loops sporadically, and that's exactly what happened. But it wasn't sporadic; it just kept going. Um, Scrolling down, someone else had experienced it as well. This is back in December of 2021, and they talk about the issue. So the audio begins to loop around 20 to 40 minutes into the meeting. We were at about 28 minutes in the meeting when this started. It's not apparent to the presenter. That's me. I had no idea. The loop interval itself is about 3 to 5 seconds. Mine was shorter than that. Restarting Zoom didn't help. Totally didn't help. Logging in and out of Mac OS session did not help. The audio loop stops when the presenter leaves. The only remedy is a complete restart of the machine. I have been using this Brio for almost a year now. I used it with the iMac 2017, and I've used it with the Mac Mini M1. Didn't run into these problems. This is my first go around with the Mac Studio right now, so maybe the Mac Studio, I don't know. But I kept reading, and I just wanted to share this one with you because this person updated their MacBook to Monterey, and this particular computer is on Monterey, and now the issue is happening on a daily basis. I can't have that, not when we're doing our Patreon meetings every Sunday. I think everyone would lynch me after a while with that happening. So more and more people were saying out, and finally we got somebody um, January of uh, January of 2022. Turns out Logitech is aware of this problem and issued a firmware update intended to address the issue, but it doesn't seem to work. They did suggest the USB hub that I was using could be the source. I am not using a USB hub. Right now, the Logitech Brio is plugged into the Mac Studio. It's plugged into the standard USB port. Now, on the Logitech Brio itself, it is a USB-C connection, but on the other side, it's your standard connection. We've got two of those on the Mac Studio, so one of them I've got the Brio plugged into. Um, they suggested that the hub was the problem. I'm not using a hub, so I don't know. They, let's see, seemed unlikely since they had their setup during COVID. The solution turned out to simply get a USB-C to a USB-C cable, and then connect that directly to the Brio, and everything seems to be cool. So we're getting a USB-C to USB-C cable, and we'll be retrying this. But I did want to share this with channel members. I know some of you have your own YouTube channels. I don't know if you're using the Logitech Brio or not, but if you are a Logitech Brio user and you have run into this problem and maybe you haven't found the solution for it yet, here's here's the solution apparently. Buy a new cable. All right. Okay, everybody, this was just a real quick one. I wanted to share this with you. And also, once again, as a reminder, we do have a Patreon channel as well. We normally do Zoom meetings every Sunday. Occasionally, we will postpone meetings if we've got holiday weekends and stuff. But otherwise, we cover a variety of topics. And I welcome you to stop by our Patreon link and see if maybe some of the posts and some of the videos would be of interest to you too. All right, everyone, I hope you're having a great start to the week. We'll see you again real soon.